And no question about it, you look at all the stats, shots and shots on target and all the important stats, Brighton were ahead. And the only miraculous thing is they didn't go 2-0 ahead with a great chance near the end there. So, no, fully deserved, and as you say, a massive 3 points for them.
So if you're a Tottenham manager, you're in at the training ground first thing in the morning for the debrief, where do you start with what went wrong there?
Well, first of all, it's the biggest insult ever to say you take one player out of your squad full of international players and you can fall apart like that. I mean, that is as simple as it looks. I mean, we mentioned it, but it can't be right. They need to find a solution, and they needed to find it before they sampled that game. They haven't won all season at home. They go there and they get the result, Brighton, and they deserved it. They outplayed Tottenham. Tottenham had nothing to do. I didn't know what the game plan was. You know, Harry Kane's been missing before in the Pochettino years, and they've covered him. They've missed it. They've had goals from other areas. Son's chipped in, Moura's chipped in, but they've always played on the front foot. Dele Alli's played from midfield and he's bombed forward. Christian Eriksen was there. They found other ways to play. Looks like they're one-dimensional. Now, Jose needs to show us how good a manager he is now. They need to start playing on the front foot because they've got two clinical players in Son and Kane. Just because Kane's missing, and we know he's world-class, you cannot play the same way with this group of players. Ndombele's got loads of ability. You need to let him loose. You need to get him further up the field. You need to let him create. You need creativity on that pitch now. You know, the workman-like players around the midfield, fullbacks who just want to stay at home. You know, Davis on one side. Aurier played the other day and he was a disgrace. You know, and today Sissoko on the right-hand side, giving us nothing going forward. Tottenham need to find a solution and Jose needs to find it fast. But that is a rude awakening for him. Perhaps he thought he had the quality. You know, you bring the bowels off. I feel sorry for Gareth. You know, he's not played games. He looked like he's not played games. Vinicius comes in. You know, you'd almost throw him on and say, go on then, show us what you can do. Now, Jose will come out after and he'll criticise them players, but they haven't had a look in. They haven't had the game time. There's been no rotation. It's been one game plan. It's been Kane and Son. They play every minute of every game. Them other players who he's asked him to come in and play now have not sampled any game time. Only in the Europa League teams when they're playing against the pub teams and in the Carabao Cup games. And away at Wickham, you're asking Gareth Bale to come from a game playing away at Wickham to go and play in a Premier League game against a team who's fighting for their life or a good football, technically a good football side. It's not going to happen. I'm pleased he threw Gareth in, but Gareth's just totally not ready because he's not been conditioned to get ready. None of them are ready and they're not playing any way they need to play, which is on the front foot. They're playing the same way, but you can't play that way without the main man, Harry Kane.
And of course, next up for Jose Mourinho is his former club, Chelsea.